There are 5 main reasons why your COVID-19 test may have come out as a false negative. A false negative means that you are actually infected with coronavirus or COVID-19, but your test result is coming back as a negative result. Why does that happen? When they develop these tests in the laboratory, they are taking a known sample of COVID and testing it, and they're counting how many times it comes back as a true positive and how many times it's coming back as a false negative. This is known as the sensitivity of the test. And the manufacturers are telling us that the sensitivity is 97 to 98%. No test is 100%, so 97, 98 is pretty much as good as it gets. What this means is that 97% of the time, your positive COVID result is a true positive. 3% of the time, your negative result is a false negative. In real life, there are extenuating circumstances that might decrease the accuracy of the test, meaning that it increases the number of false negatives that we might get. So let's look at those 5 factors so we can better understand our test results. Before we go any further, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Rachel Johns, an internal medicine doctor specializing in hospital-based medicine out of Southern California. There's a lot of work being done with COVID tests, a lot of stuff that will be coming out in the next couple months. I have a lot of information for you, so please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of these important updates. The first reason why your test might be a false negative is timing. We know that the test needs a certain number of viral particles in your body for the test to detect it and then turn positive. And that takes time. So if someone sneezes at me in the grocery store, I can't go get tested that day or even the next day and expect that test to be reasonably accurate. The virus needs time to get in my system, set up camp, make new viral copies, and so then the test will detect that and then turn positive. So we know that the optimal time to get tested is about 3 days after you have developed symptoms. If you have not developed symptoms but you had a specific exposure, then you have to wait 5 to 7 days before you go get tested. So if someone sneezes on me in the grocery store, I have to wait almost a week to go see if that person infected me with coronavirus or not. So the second reason why your test might be a false negative is a sampling error. So we are testing you at one particular time of the day in one area of your body, and it just might be that there aren't any virus particles in that one globule of snot at that one particular moment, and so we didn't get any virus particles on the swab, and so that test is going to be negative. It doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have the virus in your system. We just weren't lucky enough to get it on the swab in the first place. The third main reason is a collection error. So the nasopharyngeal swab has to be done in a certain way. So the healthcare professional who's doing your test will stick the swab all the way back to your end of your nasal passages, which is about here. It goes really far back. So they put it in all the way, swirl it around a little bit, and then wait till 10, and then they pull it out. You all can help us out a lot by holding still. I know it's really uncomfortable. It should not be painful. If it's painful, they're doing it wrong, but it's not uncomfortable and you really have to hold still. We can't just do a quick in and out. We really need to swirl it around and wait the 10 seconds to do the collection properly and give you as accurate a test result as we can. Number 4 and number 5 are rare occurrences, but they can happen, so I'm going to tell you about them. Number 4 is a problem with transportation. So these are send-out labs, meaning you're going to a testing center or a doctor's office, they're swabbing people, they put the samples together in a little box that then go on a truck to the laboratory to get analyzed. These samples need to be kept at a particular temperature and they need to get to the lab at a particular time so that the samples don't expire. There are lots of things that can happen in transportation. Again, these are rare problems, but they have been known to happen. Number 5 is there might be a problem with the chemicals called reagents that they use in the laboratory. They have to work properly in order to process and analyze the sample correctly and give you an accurate test result. Again, this is a rare occurrence that there might be a problem with one of the reagents, but it is a possibility, so I did want to bring it to your attention. I hope that this helps your understanding of COVID tests and the possibility of false negatives. Again, there's a lot of stuff coming out in the next couple months about COVID testing, a lot of new tests coming out that can be used for widespread testing, which is really exciting. So again, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of these important updates. I'm Dr. Rachel Johns, and I'm here to help you control your medical problems so that they don't control you. Bye.